Day, good day, good day. We're going to have the One Marketplace business presentation where you get paid to shop, share, and earn. This is Howard Martell, known as the Home Profit Coach. I'm going to give you a quick overview. I've been a marketer and affiliate marketer for over 30 plus years, and I've been helping people learn how to make money from home, but also be great stewards of what money they have if they are working a full-time job. We're simply going to show you ways to save time, earn commissions, and build additional income streams online, all from one central storefront. It's called One Marketplace Store. It's my curated online shopping hub where you can shop products you're already buying online and earn a small commissions as an affiliate when you use my link. And if you want, you can learn how to leverage a system like this to support your own home business journey. In this presentation, I'm going to walk you through what One Marketplace is and how it works, and how you can support my business just by shopping through the link, and how this kind of affiliate setup fits into a bigger strategy of creating multiple streams of income from home. If you like to visit the store while you're watching, you can use my referral link, which is scrolling down on the screen below. One Marketplace. So let's dive in, and I'll show you exactly how One Marketplace is set up and what you'll find inside, and how it can benefit you as a shopper and potentially as a fellow home business owner, and the many benefits that you receive. So just bear with me as I present my screen.
Shops. I mean, everybody from the time you're little until the time you can't go outside anymore. You're shopping. You do. We all shop from the time we're born until the day we're no longer on this beautiful earth that we call, home. So, guys, you have to take advantage of this. There's nothing like this that's ever existed, and it's built around that one simple concept: the world shops, you shop, we all shop. So the very first question is, we say everybody shops, but are you a smart shopper? I mean, that's a simple question. But so what is? I mean, obviously you don't know, but what's the definition of a smart shopper? Well, all a smart shopper is that every time that you're shopping and when anybody else shops, you receive an income. It's sort of like, if you can imagine, Amazon. If every time somebody shopped on Amazon, I promise you, everybody on this call is probably buying from Amazon right now. But imagine if every time somebody shopped on Amazon, you were paid a commission. To me, that's the definition of a smart shopper. Well, where is that even possible? So where could you possibly become a smart shopper? Because you're not going to find that on Amazon or any other shopping portals. Well, the only place is a place called One Marketplace. This is the one place that you can come to where you're going to receive income from people that shop, and you're going to receive it for a lifetime. But what's unique about it is it's going to be done with a system that's never been done before. This first ever connected marketing system, which we're going to be talking about during this presentation. So first question is, so what is One Marketplace? Well, we've kind of already talked about it a little bit, but let's go into a little more detail. One Marketplace is an online, I think it's online, right? Revenue sharing, because we just said you're always going to be earning commissions, with a wide variety of very unique and curated products. That's important because you want products that really have a real appeal, real attractiveness. People, the types of products that have high demand. But the beauty of it is, like I said, with One Marketplace, is with every product earns you a commission. Every product earns you a commission. Now, here's just a kind of a sampling of some of the categories we have right now. And again, you can see wellness, health, sleep, beauty, food, automotive, and it's growing. As a matter of fact, one of the things I was talking to today with the folks that are involved in One Marketplace, helping bringing in new product partners, is pet products. I mean, pet products are huge. Everybody's probably got a pet. Everybody buys all kinds of products for their pets. And so that's a category we're adding. The other one has to do with children and juvenile. We're going to be adding a complete category on that. So anything you can think of from the time you have a child until that child goes away to college, we'll have those types of products. So we're going to be ever expanding this shopping portal. That's the beauty of it. You're here at the foundation. You're here at the beta launch. We haven't launched until May 1st, but you're here ahead of the curve. And in just a minute, you're going to find out why that's so important. So question 2 then might be that, okay, well, this sounds kind of interesting, kind of a unique concept. I don't know what connected marketing is yet, but we'll find out. But this other question you might ask, well, who's behind this? And you know what? That's really important, because the people behind it are going to make a difference as to whether or not this is going to be successful or not. So this is just a small sampling of our executive team. We have a lot more people than what you're seeing here, of course, but this is the executive team. Now, myself, most of the people know my background and my story. I mean, I've been involved in the launch of so many companies over the last 50 years, big companies, successful companies. I've helped write comp plans. I've created all kinds of products. One of the things I've always done is brought products to the, to any kind of a marketing type of industry. I've created comp plans for all types of marketing industries. So that's my background. I've been doing it for 50 years and I love it. I mean, I love people and I really love what we're doing here with OneMarketplace. Now, some of the other people come from a little different background than myself. Frederick is a gentleman that has actually been a CEO of 8 different international companies. Kind of an important thing. If you've been the CEO, chief executive officer of any company, you're doing really well. This guy has been a kind of a turnaround genius where he goes into these big corporations and help turn them around to make them successful again. So that's a nice talent to have. Now, Oscar, as you see there, think about this. Oscar, 20 years Apple CEO. I don't know. That sounds pretty impressive, right? A CEO at Apple, the Apple. Well, that's Oscar. Boo's the same way. Boo was the actual CEO, they call it managing director over in Europe, but he was the CEO of PokerStars Casino. You know how big they are. And so these are people that have come from the top of the business world. I mean, the very top of the business world, and they're here and part of what we're going to do with OneMarketplace. And you know why? One of the reasons they're here is because they think and they believe that we're onto something that is so different and so unique and the world's never seen, and they wanted to be a part of it. So you've got an unbelievable team behind you, ladies and gentlemen, and that's critical. Now, let's get into the fun stuff. What is connective marketing? What is this thing called connective? I never heard that. It's a new term, right? Well, it is a new term because it's never been done. And so everything you're going to be seeing tonight is kind of a first. And I think that's important is you get to see, this is the first of doing this, the first of doing that, the first of doing this, the first of doing that. That's important because we're not a Me Too company. Who wants to be in a Me Too? I don't. I want to be in something that's exciting, fresh, and new. So what is connective marketing? Well, it's a system of marketing that's based on a community of smart shoppers. So think about it. We talked about what a smart shopper is. That's somebody that comes in and is involved in OneMarketplace, and they have access to our shopping portal. And so it's a community because people can come from anywhere and they're called smart shoppers. And so that's the start of what connective marketing is. Now, how does it work? How does this system work? Well, let's take a look at this. How do you actually grow these smart shoppers and where do they come from? And how does this all start to happen? So now I'm going to slow down and take a deep breath because this is the really important part. It starts with the global pod. Oh, what's a global pod? Well, it's basically a system of allowing people to come in from all over the world, right? They come in from all over the world and they take a position in this global pod. And the way they take the position is very, very simple. As they come in, they just start to fill in. And this thing fills from the first ring out. And every ring is double the size of the next ring. And it keeps filling until it goes to 30 rings. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this opportunity is finite because when we get to 30 rings, there are no more rings. It stops. At that point in time, guess what? We become one of the biggest shopping portals in the world. And whatever you've built here between now and when that happens, which my guess is somewhere around 7 to 8 years, everything you've ever built is yours for life. It doesn't go away. Your compensation doesn't go away, but it's done. And that means anybody that joins us after that, after the 30th ring, they're just coming here because we're the best and the biggest shopping portal that exists on planet Earth. Now, how cool is that? And you get to be a part of that. I hope people get that you get to be a part of it. You're sitting here at the foundational stage of something that we think is going to change the whole world when it comes to shopping. So let's talk about how this happens. And so you become a smart shopper, right? And you join OneMarketplace. And when you do, by the way, it's big cost. A lot of people probably can't afford this. It's $15 a month. So back off, big number. But again, that's the beauty of this. I want every person, and just like you do, every person on planet Earth to come here and be a part of what we're doing at OneMarketplace. And we're going to make sure that happens. So when a person comes in, yourself or anybody, they become a smart shopper. They are then placed in the next open position in the global pod. Once that happens, they're eligible to get, use the shopping portal, and they get, very unique discounts and offers. They get a loyalty bonus just for holding that position you see in red. Eventually, you get a loyalty bonus that grows to $100 a month. So think about that. You're paying 15, and you got this loyalty bonus that over the next 2 to 3 years just bumps up and bumps up and bumps up. It maxes out at $100. And this is if you do nothing. You just come in and grab a position and sit on it, okay? But in addition to that, we also, because again, I want somebody to come here and go, I didn't lose a penny when I came to OneMarketplace because I'm paying 15, but I'm getting $30 in real money for hotels anywhere in the world. And that's the beauty of this. You get to actually take and use $30 every month. So it accumulates. You spend 15 for your membership, you get $30 to spend. Ladies and gentlemen, that's unbelievable. Who does that? Nobody. We're doing it here at OneMarketplace just because we want millions and millions of people coming here and joining this company. And why? Because this is why. Because this is what happens next. And this is why you should be here and you should share this with everybody and anybody you can. And if you haven't started doing that after tonight's call, I hope you do, because it's very simple. Once you put in one person, let's simplify this, okay? You put in one smart shop. That's the person in green. That's John, right? And you put him in, and just like you took a position in the Global Pods, so does he. Well, here's what starts to happen. As other people are coming in from around the world, and remember, this is not going to be just here in the United States when we're launching. This is going to be a global platform all over the world. So as people start to come in from all over the world, they're going to start to fill John's, what we call community pod. All right. It's a pod that you are paid on because you put in one person, John. And what's interesting about that is it grows. And let's take a look at this. As John's pod grows, it represents, when that pod fills, 2,047 smart shoppers. Well, why is that important? Because that means from that one person you put in, you get paid on the next 2,047 every time they shop, every time they pay their monthly membership, which everybody will be doing very happily. You're getting a piece of that. You're getting a commission on the monthly membership, and you're also getting paid every time they shop. So again, think about what this could mean. And this is a very, very conservative example here, but just from that one person that you put in, as that pod fills, and maybe it takes 2 years, 3 years to fill, who cares? You don't care. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. How many people are on this call tonight know they're retiring in 3 years? I mean, you're retired in 3 years, right? No, that's the reality. And so here's the chance that you have to actually be able to really do that, to actually be able to retire in 3 years from now, because this pod is going to continue to grow and grow. And a full pod is going to generate probably anywhere from not just $6,000. It could generate $8,000, $9,000, or $10,000 a month because of the shopping that's going to be being done by every person that's a smart shopper in that pod you started from that one position of John. Now, this is where it starts to get crazy. You put in two. And by the way, when I say you start two community pod, what have you actually done? You put in two people, right? That's all you've done. See, that's the beauty of this. This is not based on what you do. This is just based of, you've got a pod that starts because you put in one smart shopper, and now you get rewarded as more and more people start to fill into that particular pod. So now you got Jamie. Now you got two pods, right? Two smart shoppers, two pods. Now you put in, what's that? Dave, Gary. I can't read. I'm blind, Dave. But you got three. Now you got four. That's Gail. Now you got five. That's Bob. Now you got Jane. That's six. Now you got the next person coming in. That's Pete. Okay. Now you got eight. Now you got Ann. Maybe that's where you decide to stop. Well, I've had enough. I'm done. I got 8 smart shoppers. I've started 8 community pods. Now remember, there is no limits. You can do whatever you want here. But think about this. You've started in this example 8 community pods, right? Which means that you get, and each one of them can represent over 2,000 smart shoppers. And here's the beauty of this. You're never going to know these people. You're never going to train these people. You're never going to recruit these people. You're not going to do anything. You're going to get that one smart shopper that starts it all. That's all you're going to do. And here's what happens, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the beauty of this, what we're doing here. You get to decide how many community pods you want. And you could have 100 if you want. And the most important thing that I hope you take away from tonight's call is, the sooner you start these pods, the better it is for you. Because remember, once you start a pod, anybody that joins after that, you're going to be rewarded from. You actually get paid from anybody that joins after you start a pod. Not just from the money in the community pods, but from some other things we have, which are called performance bonus pools. So that means on everybody that's shopping in all the pods, based on the fact the moment you start a pod yourself. So when you start that pod is crucial. And the earlier and faster you start it, the better it happens to be. Now, that sounds pretty amazing. It's almost overwhelming, but it's actually pretty simple. Put in smart shoppers and just sit back and watch what happens. But here's where it gets even better. And I mean, it really gets better. And this is, to me, the light bulb moment. This is something that's really going to change everything. This whole concept of connective marketing, what we're doing with the pods, no one's ever heard of this. No one's ever done anything like this that I know of in the history of our world. But no one's done what we're doing here either. We're introducing a thing called smart dollars. Now, what's a smart dollar? This is so cool. All right. Remember we just talked about the pods? And so you've got somebody like John. You put John in, right? And his pod starting to fill. And so every time John and anybody in his community pod is shopping, okay, what's going to happen? Well, they're in there shopping. So now what you can see happen is that now from that shopping, you've got this money that's being generated. Well, it's not just cash that you're getting at this point in time, but what you're also getting is smart dollars. So every time anybody in any of your pods is shopping, you're going to be earning cash and smart dollars. So what are you going to do? Well, at the end of the month, every month, you're going to actually we're going to look at all.
Sorry about that. Sometimes there's technical difficulties, but just bear with me.
Your pods, all the people in all your pods, all the shopping that they did, and you're going to get paid. And you're going to get paid in cash, which can be gold, silver, crypto, or cash, your choice. But you're also going to earn smart dollars. Now, why are we doing that? Why we got this thing of earning smart dollars? Well, because guess what you're going to do? And guess what every person that exists in every one of your pods is going to do? You're going to have smart dollars. You're going to need to spend them. The only place you can spend them is at OneMarketplace. So now you're taking your smart dollars and you go shopping anytime you want. And they're dollar for dollar. So that means if you've got 100 smart dollars, you got $100 to go shop with. All right. But when you do that, guess what happened again? You just started this thing all over again, because what happens is that cycle never ends. In other words, the moment your smart dollars go back in, just like everybody else's smart dollars, it creates commissions all over again. And so now you got more commission, more smart dollars. They come out to you every month. Oh, by the way, I got to go spend them again. Everybody's got to go spend them. So think about this never-ending cycle of people having smart dollars and spending them. And as we grow and get bigger and bigger, guess what's going to happen? People's smart dollars are going to get larger and larger and larger. And what does that mean? That means your commissions are going to go up and up and up, because people have more and more smart dollars they got to spend. And so this creates that perpetual income. And this is one of the genius things behind OneMarketplace, ladies and gentlemen. So here's what it gets down to, and it's really that simple. Where in the world can you come into a company that's so unique, so fresh, so different, and actually get paid to join, which you do, and get paid to shop? Because that's what's happened with the smart dollar. Nowhere. It doesn't exist. And yet you are sitting here at the foundation of something we believe is going to change the world. And it costs you $15 a month to find out. $15 a month to find out and to see for yourself where this could take you. And again, I believe that most people that join this company and become a part of it are going to be in a whole different world, the way they're going to live their lives in 3 years. Because I believe OneMarketplace is the future of shopping.
I just wanted to thank you. And that was the little presentation about what I've been doing. Yes, Stefan, but it's understand a pyramid. I've been very educated. I've been in the business for 30 years and stuff. And I am making money and I'm saving on my taxes. And as a believer in Christ, my thing is that we all need multiple streams of income. I also invest in silver. I invest in living benefits and index accounts. And yes, I'm well versed in things, but understand I love it because I'm taking these products. I'm taking the perfect food for the perfect body. I'm taking this when I go to the gym. I'm taking this. I just had our one of our water filtration systems installed in our on our sinks and stuff. We couldn't install it on our showers because we didn't have the right adapter. But the thing of it is that we have curated products that all the person does is shop. So you can call it multi-level as much as you want. Your bank is a multi-level. You got a CEO, president. So I can school people on what needs to be done. It's just you're not going to convince me that it's not a scam. It's legit. It's real. We have real people like me. I'm broadcasting from my home office. I'm real. I'm not a robot. I use the power of marketing and just getting the word out using StreamYard. That's all I do. So whether you join or not, that's inconsistent to me. I'm just getting the word out because I'm using technology in a good way. And the fact of it is that if you have been brainwashed by the media to understand that your job is there to help you, I'm losing my job on Thursday and I'm fine with it. Why? Because I have created multiple streams of income. I have sacrificed. I've served in the military. I know how to get things done. So I'm a motivated business owner who is very keen on ramping up his businesses while he's progressing through different stages in his life. I'm going to be turning 53. I thought I'd be working with under this government contract for another 10 more years. But unfortunately, things happen for a reason. There's a season of change, and Howard is so motivated to help people because I'm going to show you what you need to do every day to build your list of customers. Scrolling down the screen right there is OneMarketplace. OneMarketplace is a place where you and I can join and shop, just like it said. I'll put it right here. Right? I use technology. I don't care if a person joins me or not. At the end of the day, they have to be driven to understand that having one stream of income is not going to make it. Okay. You're not going to make it. You got to understand those stewardship deposits that you make every single day. And that's my mission is to help people along that journey to understand you get paid to shop, paid to join. I was already making money in this before this thing launches because I know relationship marketing, network marketing, relations, evangelistic marketing. It's the same thing. So when a person says it's a pyramid, your bank's a pyramid. Walmart's a pyramid. It's a legal pyramid. We have a legal structure. And our owner, Mark Seaforth, he was the one who created this vision. And he has been very, very successful in the industry. And he believes that through the hard work and dedication, I don't call it hard, through the ability for you to transmit your message to the loved ones you care about, you can definitely be successful in any business. I don't care what it is. And it's been around for a long time. So I can challenge you, but I'm not gonna convince you at the end of the day. I don't need to convince you. I am just telling you a story that I've been with this for 3 years and I'm making money doing this and I'm helping my team do the same thing too. Each person comes in and they got to understand it's your business. It's the hardest job you're going to do because you're the boss. I'm my own boss. Come on the 29th, I've already been my own boss. So all I'm doing is taking my small part-time businesses and I'm ramping it up full time. And I'm also going to be working with another company that I'm passionate about. Once I get my insurance, annuity, and life license here in Virginia, I'll be working and teaching things about using education about money. And that's what my passion is because I want to help so many people, not only here in Hampton Roads, but globally. Because when this goes global, my pods are going to start continuing to grow. And I don't even know those people. Those are people like you and I, if you're listening, that are there. So you can contest it as much as you like, but at the end of the day, are you in a better situation than you were before by making a comment, good old fashioned multi level pyramid scheme marketing? It's not a scheme, it's legitimate. I don't join things just out of the heck of it. I've been doing this for 30 plus years. I've joined massive tax savings as the Home Profit Coach Inc. LLC. And what I'll do is I'll show you and stuff like that. So I'm very transparent. Let me add to the stage. Let's go present. Let's go share. Stop the screen right here. Let's go here. This. I'll show you where I'm at, right? All right, so let's go here to this. This is my page. I'm very transparent, and at the end of the day, I want people who want to help others. I'm a U.S. Navy veteran, as it says before. So let's go here to this. Let's go here to this. Boom. This is my Facebook page, right? We're live right now. This is who I am. I just graduated from Southern New Hampshire University with honors last year, 2025. Here's one of my blogs. I can show you. Let's click on this, and I want to show you what I'm doing with my other company, Unlocking Value. What are smart dollars, and why are there game changers in online marketing? I'm able to come up with great content, and then I have the ability to be able to share this with people, and then they can join my OneMarketplace. And here's all my websites here. Here's a partnership that I have with my good friend Duke White at Coming Soon Jesus. You can see what this is about. This is impressive. Look at this. So if you're a faith-based organization, whether you want, you need to check this out. ComingSoonJesus.org. Look at this. I helped financially plant a seed to help him make this into a one-stop shop for people who are definitely looking to help others. And that's what I'm about. I'm about kingdom culture. I'm about business, but understand, I'm a serious marketer. And comments like that, you can comment on my Facebook page as much as you like. But at the end of the day, if you don't want to work with me, I don't take offense to it, because I have thousands of people that are like-minded that want to help their families. Tax savings, ridiculous. I get tax savings pretty much on anything from my commuting, my mileage, to from my home office. I pay a measly $50. I started off as what they call a sole proprietor. Sole proprietor is like an independent contractor. You don't work for the company, but they pay commissions based off of volume and stuff, based off how many people that you get in. I woke up this morning and I made money. How many people can say they woke up and made money? See, that's a blessing. So at the end of the day, I want to work with like-minded people. Veterans, I want to work with you. I love my veterans. I'm a fellow vet. I'm a small disadvantaged veteran-owned business owner. I have disabilities because of my service, and they pay me money. So I've created multiple streams of income that way. But as I have my last week of work coming up, I'm at peace, people. I'm at peace. This has been quite a journey. I've been at the gym. I got back from the gym, the base gym, and what I'm doing is I'm transferring my mind, my spirit, and my body all at the same time, because this is crucial. In the times we live, you've got to be spiritually wise, but you also have to be very wise and keen about those spiritual dollars. I call them, each time that you put it into your deposit. When you get paid from your job, that's a one stream of income. I've got 5 or 6 coming in, including the businesses and stuff, actually 7. And I'm working on other ones. Why? Because I'm able to help people along that journey, and I'll teach them as the Home Profit Coach Inc. LLC. I will teach you how to use the blogs. I have a system. It's scrolling down below. You have your OneMarketplace, which is that shopping store that we just showed you. And then I have my AI tools. Yes, that company's been around for over 30 plus years, and they teach you from beginner to advanced how to build a list of clients. So I use those tools to promote OneMarketplace. Smart, isn't it? Already paid for it. So at the end of the day, if you work with me, I'd love to be able to help you, but I can't help those who don't want to help themselves, because you have to be accountable you have to hold yourself accountable. And I hold myself accountable at the end of the day. If you want more information, all the links are down below. I'd love to have you join our team. The tax savings, I said, is numerous. Get with a tax person in your local state or county, if you're in the United States or overseas, that enjoys those tax benefits. They'll explain everything that you can do, and it lowers your income if you're working a regular job like I was at the time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe, as most of the United States is going to be dealing Saturday and Sunday. I know here in Hampton Roads and Virginia Beach, we're talking about potentially having to a few inches of snow to anywhere to 8 to 12 inches. And that is unheard of in our area and stuff, in the greater Virginia Beach area. Take care. And I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you be a successful entrepreneur, but also bless your families. Take care.